boys and girls, it's Mrs. Saul. I miss you guys so much, but I'm here to read you a story today. I miss our read alouds so much. I miss everything about school, but I really miss read aloud time when we get to read books together and talk about them. So we've been working on nonfiction, so I thought we should continue. So I'm going to read you a nonfiction book today. That was actually my plan to read to you this week anyway. So I hope you enjoy it. This is called Shark or Dolphin. How do you know? So I think this book is going to tell us how we can tell the difference between a shark and a dolphin. I think they're going to give us some ideas and things we could look for so we can tell the difference. And this book was written by Melissa Stewart. Let's get started. Oh, Mrs. Saul almost forgot. Before we start reading, we should try to think about some of the things we know already. We should activate our schema. So I'm going to pause for a minute and think, what do I know about sharks? I want you to think too. Okay, I thought of a few things. I know that sharks live in the ocean. I know that they have a big fin on their back and it sticks out of the water when they're swimming close to the surface. That's almost like the picture I get in my mind when I think of a scary shark swimming towards me. I know that they have big teeth. I know that they can be dangerous. And I know that they eat fish. And I know that they're pretty big, but there's all different sizes of sharks. I also know that when they lose a tooth, a new one grows in or pushes forward because they have a lot of teeth. Now let me think about what I know about dolphins. You think too? Okay, I know that dolphins look similar to sharks, but their noses are a little pointier in the front. And they also have a fin on their back like a dolphin, like a shark, and they live in the ocean just like a shark. And I think they have teeth, but I don't think their teeth are as big. And I think they eat fish too, because I've seen them at the aquarium, and the people who work at the aquarium, the keepers, are feeding them fish sometimes, especially when they're getting them to do tricks. I know that dolphins are really smart, speaking of tricks, because they can be taught how to do all sorts of different tricks. And I don't think they're as scary as sharks. I wouldn't be so afraid if I saw a dolphin, although I think sometimes that you could mistake them for sharks when their fin is sticking out of the water. All right, well, that's the things that popped into my head real quick that I knew about these two animals, so I think my brain is ready to read now. So here we go. Shark or dolphin. Shark or dolphin? How do you know? By Melissa Stewart. Oh, I see a lot of words here. This is a table of contents. We talked a lot about those. They, remember, help a reader because they give us an idea about what we're going to read about, and it prepares our brain for reading. So we shouldn't just skip it. We should take a look at it so that our brain is ready. So words to know. That's good. I think they're going to tell me some words I'm going to need to know when I read this. Do you know? Fish or mammal? Scales or skin? Oh, I noticed that all of these sections in the table of contents, all of the headings are questions. I think this might be all the things we're going to find out about these two animals. Tail or fluke? Gills or lungs? Pup or calf? Smell or sound? Now do you know? What a surprise! Oh, I hope we learned some surprising facts on that page. Learn more, books, websites, and an index. Okay, so let's get started. First, I see my words to know. So the author is taking time to show me some words that I need to know in this book, so it helps me better understand what I'm reading. So I shouldn't skip it. I should take a look at it. First is fish. Well, I think I know what a fish is, but I'm still going to read it anyway. An animal that has a backbone and gills. Oh, I know a backbone is like the bone that goes down your back. We have a backbone. And gills are the little parts on a fish where they can breathe from. They actually take water in and let it out through their gills, but they take the oxygen out of it. Its body temperature matches the water it is swimming in. Oh, so I guess that means if a fish is swimming in warm water, its body temperature is warm. But if it's swimming in cold water, its body temperature is cold. Next word is mammal. We just talked about this word because we read a book about animal groups in class. And I remember mammal was one of the groups we talked about. But I'm still going to read it anyway because it's good to remind myself. An animal that has a backbone and lungs. There's that word backbone again. But different than a fish. So a fish has a backbone and gills, and a mammal has a backbone and lungs. We have lungs because we're mammals. We talked about that. It always has the same body temperature. The mother feeds its baby milk. So that's different from a fish because a fish's temperature changes depending on the temperature of the water. But a mammal always has the same body temperature, like us. Our temperature, our body temperature has to be the same. If we're outside or inside or it's a hot day or a cold day, our body needs to stay at a certain temperature to keep us safe. If it goes too high, that's when we have a fever. If it goes too low, that's not good either. Oxygen. A gas that has no color or smell. I guess that means you can't see it. Living things need oxygen to live. I think we've talked about this word before. We breathe oxygen because it's in the air. Predator. An animal that hunts and kills other animals for food. So a predator is an animal that hunts other animals. I think sharks and dolphins might both be predators, but I'm not sure. We'll find out when we read. Prey. Oh, an animal that is hunted by a predator. So I don't think they mean the word like when we pray at church or at a temple or when we say a prayer at night. I don't think they mean that kind. They mean prey, like an animal that is hunted. So the animal that's doing the hunting is a predator, but the animal that's being hunted is prey. All right, guys, I think we're ready to finally start reading our book. So here we go. Do you know which of these animals is a shark? Which one is a dolphin? Do you know? I'm going to show you the pages really close so you can see. Did you guess which one was the shark and which one was the dolphin? I bet you did. This one is a shark and this one is a dolphin. They look alike, but they are different. Fish or mammal. This is the heading of our next section. It's telling us what we're going to read about here. A shark is a fish. All fish live in the water. A fish has a backbone and gills. Its body temperature changes to match the water it is swimming in. We kind of learned that on the other page. That was good. But I see a whole bunch of other words going on here. These are labels, and I think I should read them. The author put them there for me, so I should take time to read them. So here are sharks. So these must be a type of fish. Here is a spotted eagle ray, another kind of fish. A butterfly fish, very beautiful. And a lionfish. That's cool looking, isn't it? A dolphin is a mammal. Most mammals live on land. A mammal has a backbone and lungs. It always has the same body temperature. The mother feeds its baby milk. So here we've got some pictures. I'm not going to skip them. Let's take a look. Of course, the dolphin is there. A kangaroo, also a mammal. A giraffe. And a tamarin. That's a type of monkey. So all of these are animals that are called mammals. So it's kind of weird that a dolphin is a mammal too, because most mammals live on the land, but not dolphins. They're mammals that live in the water. Scales or skin. Next heading. So I think on this page, I'm going to read about, do these animals have scales or do they have skin? Let's see. A shark has scales. They cover the skin on its body. Scales protect a fish like a suit of armor. Ooh, that's like what a knight wears, a suit of armor. So here is a really, really close-up picture. Sorry. A really, really close-up picture of a shark's scales. Look at them. That's so cool that they zoomed in like that so we could get a good look. And I see it captioned down here. I think I have to check that out. I don't want to skip it. These shark scales are shown 35 times bigger than they are in real life. Wow, we talked about that when it says they're shown at a certain number, 35 times bigger, when we were reading about the butterflies and the moths. And that means that the camera is zooming in really close. So these would be really, really small if you saw them. You wouldn't even be able to notice that they look like this on a shark. But when you get really close with a special camera, you can see what they actually look like. A dolphin does not have scales. A thick layer of fat below the skin keeps a dolphin warm. And here I have a label, bottlenose dolphin. That's what kind of dolphin this is. So I just learned here that sharks have scales, but dolphins have skin, something else different about them. So far I know that a shark is a fish and a dolphin is a mammal. And now I've learned a shark has scales, a dolphin has skin. I'm learning a lot of things that are the same and different about these animals. Tail or fluke. I'm not really sure I know what a fluke is. I thought a fluke was a type of fish. So I'm going to read and find out what they're talking about here. A shark has a powerful tail that pushes it through the water. The tail bends from side to side. And here I see another label, reef shark. I'm going to show you close up here. There he is. So it says it has a powerful tail. That tells me it helps it swim because it says it pushes it through the water and the tail bends from side to side like this. A dolphin's strong fluke moves up and down as it swims. Fluke. And this is, again, a bottlenose dolphin. Oh, so a shark's tail goes like this when it swims through the water, but a dolphin's tail goes like this as it swims in the water. And it's not actually called a tail, it's called a fluke. Mrs. Saul didn't know that. That's new schema I got to put in my brain. A fluke, wow. So it goes up and down when it swims. Two more things that are different about them. Gills or lungs. A shark has gills. Gills take oxygen from the water. Sharks need oxygen to live and grow. And I want to show you a close-up of the gills. So those are those little lines you see on the side of their head. A fish has them too. Well, a shark is a fish, so that's why. And the water goes in through their mouth and it comes out through the gills, but before it goes out, they take all the oxygen out of it. Just like when we breathe in, we take the oxygen out before we let our breath back out, and our body uses that oxygen. A dolphin has lungs. Lungs take oxygen from the air. A dolphin breathes through a hole at the top of its head. So a dolphin actually breathes differently than us. Up here on the top of its head, it has a hole that it breathes through. I noticed that before. I've seen dolphins kind of spitting water out of there a little bit. So maybe it's like when I get water in my nose when I'm swimming and sometimes I have to blow it out. I think that's what the dolphin does too. But that's how he breathes. Another difference. One has gills, one has lungs. Pup or calf. Well, I know pup and calf are names that are given to baby animals, so maybe these animals have different names for their babies too. Let's see. A young shark is called a pup. Mother sharks do not take care of their pups. Oh, poor sharks. Here's a tiger shark pup. So that's a baby tiger shark. Look at it, see the stripes on it? I think that's why it got its name, because it has kind of stripes like a tiger. So cool. So sharks don't take care of their babies. They, I guess, have their babies and then they're on their own. A baby dolphin is called a calf. It drinks milk from its mother's body. Its mother's body, oh, sorry, I read that again. The calf stays with its mother for 3 to 6 years. Oh, so there's another difference. A shark baby is called a pup, and a dolphin baby is called a calf. I know that's what you call a cow's baby too, is a calf. And also different, a shark doesn't take care of its baby after it's born, but a dolphin does. And this is an Atlantic bottlenose dolphin. And there it is with its baby. So you can see one, this is probably the mom, and here's the baby, much smaller. Smell or sound. A shark uses smell to find food. Some sharks can smell 10,000 times better than you or me. Wow. So it uses smell to find food. That reminds me of like how a dog is able to smell better than me, but it smells 10,000 times better than me. I wonder if dogs can smell that well, but that's how it finds its food. I sometimes find my food like that. Sometimes I can tell when something's cooking in the kitchen and I could say, ooh, I think I smell some tacos. And this here is a bull shark, and it looks like he has used his sense of smell to find something to eat. I'm not sure what it is. It looks kind of strange. Maybe another, ooh, it's a fish head. That's what it is. See the eye of the fish right there? And this is the mouth. It's just the head of a fish. Ooh, I wonder what ate the rest of its body. A dolphin uses sound to find food. As a dolphin swims, it makes clicking noises. If the sound hits a fish, the noise bounces back. Then the dolphin grabs its prey. Oh, there's that word prey. We just learned about that. This is an Atlantic spotted dolphin, and I'll show you close up because it does have some spots on its body. I don't know if you could see them. See all these spots down here? And boys and girls, this just reminded me, I had a connection with another book that we just read, because it talks about how a dolphin makes noises and the sound bumps off of something and bounces back to their ear. Remember, we talked about that when we were talking about bats. Bats do that too. It's called echolocation. So a dolphin kind of does the same thing, but it makes a clicking noise, and that's how it can tell where there's a fish to eat. Wow, I'm sure happy that I can just see my food and I can just grab it when I need it. Much easier than these guys have it. Now, do you know? It's a shark. So these are all the things we just learned about a shark. This animal is a fish. It has scales that cover its body. It has a powerful tail. It breathes with gills. Its baby is called a pup, and it finds food by smelling. And here's a great white shark in that picture. I'm going to try it on this page, but I'm going to see if you can answer what it is. This animal is a mammal. I hope you got that right. Let's try some more. It does not have scales. It has skin. It has a strong, what did we learn their tail is called? Not a tail, a fluke. It breathes with lungs. And it breathes out of, does it breathe out of its nose or its mouth or its fins? No, it breathes out of a hole on the top of his head. A baby is called a calf. It uses sound to catch prey. It's a dolphin, and there again is another bottlenose dolphin. What a surprise. Ooh, I think we're gonna learn some surprising information here. Let's see. A whale shark is longer than 2 school buses, but it eats tiny ocean creatures. So this is one of the biggest sharks. It might be the biggest shark. And it's longer than 2 big school buses. But even though it's so big, it only eats little tiny things. It doesn't eat big fish. This kind of shark would not bother me or you in the ocean either. It eats little tiny things, little tiny ocean creatures. And over here is a killer whale. Wait a minute. I think this author is cuckoo. This is a book about sharks and dolphins. Why are we reading about a killer whale? Did they make a mistake? I think I have to read and find out. A killer whale is not really a whale. I didn't know that. It is the biggest dolphin in the world. A killer whale is a dolphin. Did you guys know this? How come I didn't know this? It eats sea turtles, penguins, seals, and sharks. Oh my goodness. So there's a dolphin that actually eats sharks? Oh my goodness, this is crazy. I never knew this. And there they are, the killer whales. I always thought killer whales were whales. I didn't know it was actually a dolphin. So interesting. That was the biggest amazing fact I learned in this book. Here we have some information about learning more. So I'm going to show that to you in case you want to learn more. And over here are some websites. So I'm going to show that to you too. Oh, boys and girls, I hope that you enjoyed this book, Shark or Dolphin. And I hope that you now know the difference between these two animals. So I hope you enjoyed our book. And I love you guys and I miss you. And I'll see you soon. Bye.